Thank you for joining us in this conversation. Feel free to leave questions after this conversation at the bottom of the page. Just leave it in the comment section. Today, Chris has agreed to join us to discuss how we can cope with the lockdown psychologically, mentally. There's need for mental balance because a lot of people are stressed. Most of us are stressed because this is the first time we're experiencing something like this. I don't think people who experienced it the first time it hit Nigeria, like in 1918 with the influenza, are alive to tell the story. So for people like us living in this time, we are going through something very new. With the recent developments in technology, nobody in the world can say that they have a grip on COVID-19 or they have a solution. So even countries, governments are still looking for ways to solve the problem. You can't expect a man to think clearly while he's hungry. All he's concerned about is getting food for his family, being safe, and also coping with the anxiety of going out, dealing with the health concerns, dealing with the anxieties of providing the next meal. A lot of people live from hand to mouth. So, with all this in place, all these things we appreciate that people are going through, how best do you think we can start dealing with it as Nigerians?
Okay, I think, thank you once again, bro. Um, to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic, the mental effect, the psychological effect of the pandemic, I think the first place is to come to accept that this is happening. For a lot of people, you would see that when you go on the streets and do a brief or structured interview, some people don't even believe that this is happening. Some people believe that this is maybe a strategy, a political strategy or something like that. And for me, I think what happened is that some of us choose to remain in denial. In this kind of case. And so I think the first step usually is to accept that this is happening. The other step that we can take to address the psychological effect of COVID-19 is to understand that it won't last forever, right? Coming to understand that this will not last forever would go a long way to prepare us. Would go a long way to calming us down. Um, you know, it, and this understanding also brings us to then prepare ourselves to deal with this phase, both the now and the after. It prepares us to deal with it. Because as long as we remain in denial, as long as we fail to accept and agree, come to terms with what is happening around us, we'll constantly struggle and constantly be at conflict with the realities. This could, leave a lot of burden, a lot of psychological burden, emotional burden, a lot of frustration and anger to the average person. And we understand what this burden, this frustration and anger can actually do, in terms of other psychological symptoms like anxiety, like depression, and for some people, trauma, it could be traumatic for some people, and then for families, for couples, it could lead to some level of relationship stress, having to cope with work, having to cope with working at home, staying at home, and family. It could be a little bit stressful to a lot of people. However, when we come to the place where we are able to accept this and then come to terms with the fact that it's not going to last forever, then we want to equip ourselves to then deal this period. What can I do to cope with this period? How can I make the most out of this period? And that's where our skills, our resilience, our positive attributes begin to show. They begin to show. But if you ask me, the best way to cope with this usually would fall into what we call the flourishing triangle, which is being able to create positive meaning, positive interpretations about the situation, being able to see things from a more positive perspective,
Okay.
rather than trying to interpret the events and the situation from the negative or doom-like situation. We
Yeah.
want to be able to shine a little bit of hope to it and see it from a positive perspective. The other aspect of this triangle is being able to create positive connections. This is the best time for us to connect with loved ones. This is the best time for us to get that comfort from relationships. Unfortunately, a lot of relationships are being affected because, again, like I mentioned, most people are not equipped for a period like this, and so there's a problem, conflict with expectations, conflict with communication.
We have about a week and some days more to go. How do you suggest people in getting into another, hopefully getting out of this lockdown and start resuming physical work? How do you think people are going to act in the coming weeks and the coming months? Because even the US projections show that social distancing will not end necessarily until 2022. But how do you think people around here really care? Considering from what you've said, even now, a lot of people still do not believe that coronavirus is real. So you still go out and you find people not wearing masks or gloves. Do you think life is going to go back to normal in Nigeria?
Well, so just like you mentioned, it's not a COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic is not peculiar to Nigeria. And just like we don't expect life to get back to normal in Western worlds, we don't expect them to also get back to normal in Nigeria. It might be a little bit slightly lighter here because, like we've mentioned over and over again, some people have not still come to that comprehension. And that could also be linked to the level of literacy in Nigeria. However, for those who have come to terms with this, a lot of things will change. Lifestyle will change. A lot of people will be more hygienic now. A lot of the social distancing thing might be taken extra. So, of course, the kind of physical connections that we used to have before, we might not have them. We might not be able to have them. So, being able to hug your friend, for example, or shake friends, for example, things like this will be affected. And so it's no doubt that some of these changes have come to stay. I would say that there are two effects. There's a temporal and then there's a permanent effect of this. By extension, a lot of businesses would also change the way they do business.
Yes.
Right? A lot of things are bound to change. And for me, the biggest concern for this is preparing for this change. Right? We need to prepare for this change. We need to prepare for what is coming. We need to prepare for the fact that life will not remain the same. And those are the realities, those are the realities.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, there's the likelihood that after this period is over and we resume our normal activities, a lot of us will be shocked, and then, the shock there might lead to an increase in mental health breakdowns or crisis. I've had a couple of sessions with some clients, and I've seen that even as we speak, some people are already taking the toll of this. I had a client who was talking about the fact that relationships seem not to be real anymore, and then she started questioning friendships. I started questioning friendships. I had to help her understand that it's not a thing about your friends. It's we are in a crisis situation, and a lot of people are trying to adjust. But not everybody would understand this. Not everybody will understand this. So I think that the biggest challenge we would face to our mental or psychological health is the shock of having to adjust to a new reality of life.
So that shock, how would you describe it? Is it panic attacks? Is it anxiety disorders? Is there a way to couch it? Or are there different types of shocks that you suppose will be experienced by different people?
First, the shock would come from or would manifest as a shock in perceptions and attitudes, right? A shock in relationships. However, the effects could vary. The effects of this shock would vary. Again, depending on persons. For some people, it might lead to depression, right? It might lead to depression. because peculiar with depression is what we call the cognitive triangle, where people have negative perception of themselves, of others, and of the future. And so there's the likelihood that at the end of all this, people begin to form negative perceptions of others. So, for example, if I can no longer approach my friend and or my colleagues and interact with them the same way that I would, that I used to, there's a likelihood that I become paranoid or suspicious of the fact that these people are avoiding me, for example.
Yes.
And then, of course, that is a negative perception of people's intentions. So some people, this could lead to even having negative perceptions about themselves. Begin to see things, especially from the aspect of their health. So some people become concerned, overly sensitive about these symptoms, and that alone could also lead to anxiety, something we call health anxiety. And for some people, it could manifest as an obsessive compulsive disorder, especially when there already exists predisposing factors, either genetic or past history of the mental health breakdown or mental health condition or personality or temperament, So where all these characteristics or traits already exist, there's a likelihood that this shock could manifest in different ways. Could manifest as depression, could manifest as stress, for example, could manifest as strain in relationships, could manifest for organizations, could manifest in absenteeism, presenteeism. People have come to work but are not able to work. And of course, this could affect the performance of organizations, performance of employees. Yes, so it could manifest in different ways. Anxiety, and in more severe cases, psychotic breakdown. And for some people, dependence on substance, because substance could be a coping mechanism for some people. And so the psychological effect of this crisis, this pandemic, is yet to be fully comprehended.
Yes.
And we will start to see this. Honestly, at the moment, a lot of people are already experiencing this. But I believe that this will peak after the lockdown.
Okay, so what would you advise people to do right now? Like, if you give the top 3 tips that people should observe, the top 3 things that people should try to do to help them cope better with this lockdown, what would you advise them?
So for me, the first thing that I would say is be intentional about the meaning, your interpretation of events. Be intentional about your interpretation of events. This is very, very important, and we understand that these interpretations are influenced by what we listen to, the interactions that we engage in, and so it would do us good to minimize catastrophic news, listening to catastrophic news. You want to try to tune yourself more to positive news, positive side to life, and so be very intentional. Do not allow the media, do not allow life, do not allow people determine how you see the world in general. You need to be intentional about it. It means that you must deliberately focus on reframing how you interpret interactions, how you interpret, what you listen to, what you hear, and you must do this from a positive perspective. Another advice that I would give people is to be deliberate about your self-development. Because one of the concerns that a lot of people would have after this is the concern of job security.
Yes.
And so financial strength as well will come into question. And also relationships also will be affected. And so I think this is the best time that we begin to invest in ourselves. We need to start developing ourselves, I would advise that a lot of people start looking at trends, for example, career trends post-COVID-19, and start developing themselves towards this. Because the best way to feel good about yourself is to build yourself, right? We need to build ourselves so that we come to that place where we are happy about the persons that we are, and that's very, very, very important. And this goes, a long way to also affect, the kind of skills we take into our relationships. For those who are married, for those who are in one relationship or the other, so sit down, have a sit down with your partner, have a sit down with your friend, and discuss expectations, discuss reality, discuss the gap in between, and then make efforts to try to improve. Make effort to try to develop your communication, your problem-solving skills, because self-development is critical to preparing us for the life after the lockdown. After the lockdown. For me, the third aspect of my advice would be that we need to, for us to be able to work effectively and adjust effectively, we need to create a routine, what I call a structure. We need to create a structure for ourselves. We can't start planning for the life after self-isolation or after the lockdown. After the lockdown, we need to start planning that now. And so creating that routine, creating that structure, even something as simple as when you wake up, your diet, exercise, be very deliberate about your goals, be very deliberate about what you do, how you invest, your relationships, for example. So that structure would help us afterwards. That structure would help us afterwards. And, very importantly, understand that everything would work out for good. If you have that positive mindset, there's something we call the law of attraction. As long as you have that positive mindset, you find out that you keep on attracting the positive to yourself.
I can't thank you enough, Dr. Chris Abojie, clinical psychologist, psychotherapist. He's made out time to talk to us today. And I really appreciate those three top things, the tips you've given us. First, your interpretation of things or events is very important to keep maintaining mental balance and sanity. Second, self-development. And then the third, talking about creating a structure, creating the plan now, not after the lockdown. It's very important to create it now. I want us to expand our view beyond what we just know, to also seek people's opinions based on the stories and the accounts that I know will be shared under this. And thank you.